every weekday 3 to 6 p.m. and arm yourself with the knowledge you need to navigate today's complex world. Hard Facts, where the truth always prevails.
99.3 Nigeria Info.
It's 2025. The biggest conversations are happening on Hard Facts.
If Modo Webolo was genuinely interested in local government funds, would have protested to be cancelled.
Somebody is receiving 30,000 naira after serving the country for 5 years.
From the stories shaping Nigeria's future.
I've been dumping my mood for that whenever people are clapping, he's praise singers when they ought to be telling him the truth. I mean, he did not do any remarkable thing in your state, and you are celebrating corruption time.
To real-time feedback from you, the citizens.
There is propaganda. They can never make it work. I will not support that tax reform. If NBS is turning out very fake data to us because this data lacks empirical evidence.
We dig deep with the decision makers, hold the powerful accountable, and keep the conversation alive on social media. Join Maryann Okon every Monday to Friday, 3 p.m. to 6 p.m. for the most interesting news.
There's a reason why over 1 million people tune into Hard Facts every day. We discuss in-depth stories with sources behind the facts.
The Lagos State High Court has convicted, suspended the Chicago certificate story. It's never going away, is it? Show with stories for the day.
You hear diverse voices and opinions.
And she was meeting campaign with the husband knowing that.
You should not be happy because there is nothing to happy about.
Yeah, it's quite pathetic the way the country is going.
We distinguish each story accurately with analysis.
It's Hard Facts with Maryann Okon on 99.3 Nigeria Info.
Well, hello Lagos, hello Nigeria, hello world. Welcome to the nation's #1 talk news and sports radio station, 99.3 Nigeria Info. We are broadcasting live from our audiovisual studios right here in Itimi and Crescent, Victoria Island, Lagos. I am Maryann Okon, and this will be your most authentic news experience, ladies and gentlemen. This is Hard Facts. From now till 6 p.m, it promises to be no dull moment because you are going to be thoroughly informed, entertained at some point, and most importantly, educated. And that's what we aim to do every single time we turn on the microphones right here. We're live, facebook.com/Nigeria Info FM. You can join the conversation on YouTube live. We're Nigeria Info FM. Join the conversation on our WhatsApp. It's 0809597585. Or better still, you could join the conversation on Skype if you're listening from outside of the country. We're Nigeria Info FM. The phone lines will be open in a bit, but these are the big three stories for today. Shall we get into it? Because that's how we start the show on this side.
Get ready for the most important news of the day. It's time for the Big Three Stories on Hard Facts. Tune in to our primetime show for the latest updates and in-depth analysis on the top stories making headlines. From breaking news to in-depth investigations, we bring you the facts you need to know. Join us as we delve into the biggest stories shaping our world today. Tune in to the Big Three every weekday, 3 to 4 p.m. and stay informed with the news that matters the most. Hard Facts, where the truth always comes first.
This is Hard Facts.
Yes, it is. Let's look at the big stories for today. Let's start with Kogi State. Ododo gets fresh 3 billion naira for Kogi Govt House Renovation that he spent only 2.29 billion on in 2024. And you wonder, how's this news? Well, apparently the Foundation for Investigative Journalism got this story, and I got interested in it because some of the details that were presented. I wish you could see my screen, but let me read some things out to you. Now, the Usman Ododo-led Kogi State government is set to spend 3 billion naira on renovating the state government house in 2025, FIG has found. Now, this is after the government spent 2.29 billion on the same project last year. Just last year. And last year, just like a month and a half ago, yeah? Now, according to the state budget, approved for 2025, the executive arm proposed 962 million outlay to rehabilitate and repair the government houses in 2024, but eventually got only 2.362 billion. As of December of 2024, the government had already spent 2.290 billion on the exercise. Now in 2025, the same administration is proposing, pay attention, they proposed and got State House of Assembly's approval for 3 billion naira to do the same project that they spent 2.362 billion just last year to do. Now, unfortunately, you can't see my screen, but there's a detailed analysis of, this particular aspect of the budget, and it's right here in black and white. And this is from page 236 of the Kogi State approved 2025 budget for rehabilitation and repairs of the government house. It's being highlighted here at the bottom in blue. The state government also, it might interest you to know, spent 15 million naira on purchasing residential furniture for the government house in 2024. It is set also to spend the same amount on buying furniture again this year. If you're a Kogi person, do you pay attention to the budget? This is the question I always ask you guys when I come here when we're talking about budget. Because people are most interested in the big figure. So you say, they're spending our money. Do you know the fine print, the details, line by line, what they're doing with your money? Because you see, when I come here and say, let's take, for example, the Calabar to Expressway. Every budget cycle, they put up money to fix that road, but it's not fixed. People in Calabar have to take a boat across the water to get to Uyo, and then onward to if you want to go to Port Harcourt or wherever else. But someone somewhere is taking monies every single budget cycle to fix that express road. Where does the money go? We're not interested. But this one is concerning Kogi people. Usman Ododo spent 2-point-something billion last year fixing government house. He's now collecting 3 billion again, and he's taking 15 million to buy furniture that he already bought last year. What's going on though? Just share your thoughts with me. Yeah, I just want to know what you think. I'm moving away from that and going to the Guardian newspaper, where bandits have kidnapped former NYSC DG. And if you listen to the news, we've been carrying that all day. Retired Brigadier General Tsiga and some other people. From the reports that we're getting, suspected bandits killed one person and abducted General Tsiga in his village, in Tsiga village, Bakori local government area of Katsina. Now, the bandits also abducted at least 9 others, even as they were said to have ransacked several homes, carting away valuables, meaning that people in those areas are not safe. Does the former president, he lives in Katsina, yeah? In Daura. Okay, yeah. Now, the attack occurred early hours of Thursday at about 12:30 a.m. when the armed hoodlums stormed the community, with one of them said to be shooting sporadically to scare residents. It was learned that the bandits had planned to operate and retreat quietly without shooting their weapons, but one of them chose to shoot his weapon. It was gathered that the bandits, angered by the shooting, shot and killed the said colleague in the process. Now, as we talk about this, about 23 bandits have surrendered while troops were raiding somewhere in Taraba State. So while these people here are saying we're not doing again, I surrender, a general has been taken and several others in Katsina, meaning that that area is not safe. But then, would say that, because we've seen a lot of heavy-handed, attacks on these bandits by the army. When we must give kudos to the army and the JTF, for what they're doing in these areas. But unfortunately, more and more people are getting kidnapped. And I keep asking the question of how many more people have to die for us to take this more seriously. Now, Mr. President earlier this week gave more like an ultimatum to the army and all of the troops, saying, look, put an end to terrorism and insecurity in 2025. And I asked a question on Monday, if I'm not mistaken. Is this just a political statement? Is this just a feel-good thing to make it look like I know what I'm doing? Or is it feasible for them to put these guys down, at least take them to the fringes where they all be running helter-skelter and looking for where to disperse to? Is it possible? And while we're at it, let's go to Anambra. And this one's in the Premium Times newspaper. Abducted Nigerian lawmaker, found dead. This is the second time a serving lawmaker would be abducted and killed by gunmen in Anambra in less than 3 years. Justice Azuka, a lawmaker in Anambra State who was earlier abducted, had been found dead in the state. Premium Times newspaper earlier reported that Mr. Azuka was abducted on Tuesday night along the Ugunampapa. I hope I got that name right. Ugunampampa. It's a road in Onitsha North local government area of Anambra State. The lawmaker we hear, who represents Onitsha North constituency in the State House of Assembly, was returning home for Christmas celebrations when hoodlums attacked him. Now, security operatives who spoke or who asked not to be named told Premium Times newspaper yesterday that the decomposing body of the lawmaker was found at the second Niger Bridge on Thursday. He says he's a member of the joint security team that found his body earlier yesterday. He said some suspects allegedly involved in the abduction and the murder of the lawmaker were arrested on Wednesday night. They confessed that they had killed the man. So today, they dragged them to show the body, but they did not give further details. I remember last year or the year before when South East governors sat and had a tea party about, they called it a security summit and how they were going to deal with insecurity in the Southeast. We're in 2025 and they're still killing people. They're kidnapping lawmakers. How many more people have to die in the Southeast for the governors of the Southeast to sit up? Enugu is having it all fine and dandy because they've cracked the code. But what about Ebonyi? What about Anambra? What about Imo? Because this is where the fire is. How many more have to die for your governors in the Southeast to sit up? It's a sad situation. I wish the stories were more positive, unfortunately. And look at what happened in Ebonyi, by the way. I really wish there would be an update, but then it's just one report and that's it. There's not an update per se and a lot to go by. But if outsiders are also coming into communities and ransacking, killing people, and nothing is being done about it, it's sad. Yeah, we're reporting it. But how much reporting is coming from Ebonyi? I remember the last time I had someone here talk about the Southeast and the insecurity issue. I think the guy is from Ebonyi. He talked about how bad it's becoming in Ebonyi. Here we are. Is it enough to give these very presidential speeches and talk tough? What about the governors? Because I remember that man talking about, the Anambra State governor not taking it as serious as he should be and not trying to borrow a leaf from the Enugu guy who's even doing his first tenure in office and has cracked the code. Or are we overly politicizing what we call insecurity today? I mean, I really want to hear you sincerely speak, and let's not be emotional about it, because the reality is that more and more people are dying and we're just talk shopping as opposed to acting. Let's talk. The phone lines are open. 0201 465 7190. The program is Hard Facts. 0201 465 7190. 60 seconds is all you have. Please go straight to the point. Hello, welcome to Hard Facts.
Hello?
Yes, good afternoon.
Good afternoon, Maryann.
Yes.
The challenge, this is Pastor Ladipo, calling from Ododo.
Okay.
Maryann, the challenge we are having is this. This insecurity is like it has become a cash cow for some wicked people who have access to power. And since they have been doing it, it will be difficult for this thing to stop. Because many of them are just benefiting from this wicked act. If they are benefiting, how will this stop? I was watching the video of those people that were killed in Ebonyi, and the man they caught, and I was just, my heart, I can't even continue. Eh? What exactly is the issue? The president will issue ultimatum. Every ultimatum here and there. I remember when this IGP came in, he said it's going to be like a lion. I don't know whether it's lion now or it's hyena now. I don't know.
Okay.
God will save this nation.
Thank you very much for calling, Pastor Ladipo. Hello, welcome to Hard Facts.
Good afternoon, Maryann.
Good afternoon. What's your name? Where are you calling
from?
from?
Man on the line speaking to you from Ekwe.
Go ahead, please.
Maryann, come and spend only 2 billion naira in my life. Come and change my life.
I don't even have $1 million. Are you joking?
You see one thing about these our political leaders. I looking at Nigerians today, the people who don't believe in this country, the young people don't believe in this country. Sometimes you might not blame them, because people who they are supposed to emulate, who are supposed to be role model, who are in government offices, who are supposed to make things happen, they have disappointed us. They have disappointed us, and it's very, very painful, wasting our money. And then for the issue of insecurity, one thing government does, that make people lose interest in whatever comes out from the spokesperson of government is just grandstanding and give people what I'll call fake news. For federal government to say they are ending insecurity at the end of 2025, and then 2026 comes up January, and then Nigerians begin to hear killing again, it's painful. So they are not addressing these issues from the angle they are supposed to address them from. Some of these people using these bandits are planning for 2026, 2027.
All right, I have to let you go because of time. 60 seconds is all you have. And I cannot take another call now because I have to go on a break. When we come back from that break, please don't forget we're live on YouTube and on Facebook. Post your comments on our live feed or call us via Skype if you're listening from outside of the country. The program is Hard Facts, 99.3 Nigeria Info. And I'm Maryann Okon.
Bridging the gap between people and those in authority.
More news and information coming up. We'll be back in a moment.
In a world where words hold power, where only the sharpest minds survive, one stage will decide it all. On February 17th, 2025, the battle of intellects begins. The I Beg to Differ Secondary School Debate Tournament returns, where the best young debaters go head-to-head, armed with nothing but facts, logic, and the will to win. Who will stand their ground? Who will outthink, out-argue, and outshine the competition? IBTD Debates Competition Studio reopens February 17th at 4 p.m. Tune in, witness the debates, watch history unfold. I Beg to Differ is proudly supported by Obiwizi. Prize money sponsor, Tollywood College, Lagos. I Beg to Differ, the Tournament of Champions.
Meals have a way of taking us on a journey. And when you add plenty of vegetables like efo, ugu, and season with the rich taste of North seasoning cubes, even better.
So, go ahead and elevate your meals with more vegetables and the rich taste of Knorr cubes. Today, eat for good.
Hey, this dollar wahala now wow. Everything just dey expensive. Na true, but make we look am well, my brother. See, your shoe na from Italy, your share na from Turkey, your phone na from China, your car na from Japan. In fact, import how they come down. Wait, number one, we suppose that's how we they import. Number two, we suppose they buy more made in Nigeria products. Number three, make we support local business. And number four, if you want send dollar and other foreign currency enter Nigeria, make we they use international money transfer agents. Hey, what you talk? They make sense. Oh, country people, make we join hands, reduce the pressure on our naira, grow our export market, and increase forex inflow. Now, our handy day. This message now from Bankers Committee.
99.3 Nigeria Info, your number one station for talk. Let's talk.
Millions of listeners trust us on Hard Fact. Whether it's politics, social issues, controversies, and trending stories, you know we're credible and objective.
It's Hard Facts with Maryann Okon on 99.3 Nigeria Info.
And yes, we're back. We're still taking your thoughts and comments on the big three stories for today. The program is Hard Facts, 99.3 Nigeria Info, we're the nation's number one talk, news, and sports radio station. And we're broadcasting live from our audiovisual studios right here in its Tamiya Crescent, Victoria Island, Lagos. My name is Maryann Okon. These are the stories we're tracking on the big three. 3 billion naira for Kogi Govt House Renovation, when he already spent 2.29 billion in 2024 for the same thing, and he's also spending another 15 million that he spent last year to buy furniture. Where are all the Kogi people? I mean, I've got it, yeah. If you want to see the details and the analysis, is right here, thanks to the Foundation for Investigative Journalism. And away from that, bandits have kidnapped former NYSC DG, retired Brigadier General Tsiga, in his hometown, Tsiga, with 9 other people, I must tell you. And then, of course, an abducted Nigerian lawmaker, a member of the State House of Assembly in Anambra, was found dead. And this is not the first. What are the South East governors doing? And I hate to say this, but I have to keep saying it. Maybe it's going to ring something in the heads and in the minds of the people. What happened? The Federal Executive Council held a meeting that took 2 days, by the way. 2 days. They kept meeting for 2 straight days. And this is what they came up with after 2 days of meeting. And then, of course, the president jetting out to France, and then he'll go to Addis Ababa, blah, blah, blah. This is what they had to say. The thing is, we pay lip service to the issue of insecurity in our country. But I think that at some point, we as Nigerians, whether it's happening in our backyards or it's happening in the far north, I think it's time for us to... this video is courtesy of Channels Television, by the way. It's high time that we start to really push that they match those words with...
Give people their right, which is payment of their pension liabilities as and when due. The government has put in place an approval for debt management office to raise 758 billion naira that will pay down all these liabilities and, of course, be a tremendous relief to the beneficiary.
The Federal Executive Council also approved 6 contracts for major diagnostic equipment in various teaching hospitals, signaling a rebuild of health infrastructure, in addition to other approvals for the Ministry of Works and the Federal Capital Territory. In total, Council considered 101 memos over the 2 days of meetings.
Between yesterday and today, approvals given, for example, to the Ministry of the FCT, to the Ministry of Works, to Health, a lot of construction jobs being approved by the Federal Executive Council. Now, this is not just an attempt to create the enabling infrastructure that we need for development of the country, but also reflect the economy by ensuring that, because the quickest way of ensuring that the entire country is being rejuvenated again, and then the economy is being put back to life.
I was really hoping that they'd address the insecurity and what happened in Ebonyi State. Of course, kudos to the wife of the president. She did send her condolences to the children who were burned alive in Zamfara State, and that's also a very disheartening situation. Some things you really can't help. But no one seems to be talking about what happened in Ebonyi, and that's what worries me. And I don't know, maybe it has to, I really don't know what the people need to do, but the people have to do something so that these leaders don't just keep paying lip service to the killings and the insecurity and the kidnapping. Their hands might be, maybe we'd have to force their hands to begin to match action to these words. I don't know, maybe it's just me, but hey, let's talk. Hello, welcome to Hard Facts. I'm so sorry, do call me back if that was you. Welcome to Hard Facts. Everybody's trying to call on this number. Sorry about that. Hello, welcome to Hard Facts.
Yeah, Sean Lady, good afternoon.
Yes.
This thing is getting out of hand. How did this man sleep, Keshin Shatima, that boasted? They told us insecurity will be the thing of the past. Did you hear about the shooting that happened in Lagos? Because they are not talking about it too. Hello, Miriam.
I'm listening.
It's killing here and there. Like I always say, the military, I know you guys are trying, but stop romancing with these guys. Don't listen to them. How can Shetima boast? Till today, nobody can do something. Nobody can challenge that man. Rather, they keep on giving him thumbs up. You go to a meeting here and there. You can't ask for help. Our people are dying. What is going on, for God's sake?
He's supposed to ask for help from who?
Where did that country travel to last time? What do they call that place?
So the guys in Davos will come and solve your insecurity problems for you. Is that
America just said they will donate something to Marwa Group.
I beg,
Why not call for them to help us?
And when are you guys going to help yourselves?
Since they cannot do it. And with Nigerians say, I talk it now. We're taking sides with them. We all are in for it.
Thank you.
It's just a pity that our people are dying. Thank you.
Thank you for calling. Y'all I don't understand. You want America to come and help you to fix your own problems that you created for yourselves or your leaders created. I mean, how? Welcome to Hard Facts.
Mimi, good afternoon.
Good afternoon. What's your name? Where are you calling from?
I'm Maryann from Supply Town.
Go ahead.
On the case of Kogi State, it's a very funny situation, but these are the same people who were defending the former governor, Yahya Bello, when the NYSC came for him. As a matter of fact, every time he returned back to Kogi State, a rousing welcome. This is a state that is infrastructurally deficit, that the governor is spending total of, call it almost 5.something billion on the government house.
Government house needs to be fixed now. That's the first part of call.
That's what I'm saying. Now that's 60 million naira again on furniture. It's a yearly something now. Every year. How much? Who knows how much who's the
beautification of government house is of utmost priority in Kogi State.
Exactly. While the people are wallowing in poverty. It's quite unfortunate. Let me tell you, the greatest undoing we have in this country is this immunity we're giving to governors. Besides the president and the vice, just for the stability of the country, no other person deserves to have immunity. These governors are supposed to be subjected to investigation, arrest, and prosecution while they're in office. Just imagine. It's quite hilarious. And for the South East, I just pray and hope, now that Soludo has woken up with Agune Chamber security outfit, they're doing a marvelous job.
All right. Okay.
Better late than never. I pray that the other eastern states who are suffering insecurity will rise up to the challenge.
Thank you for calling. Hello, welcome to Hard Facts.
Maryann, good afternoon.
Good afternoon. What's your name, sir? Where are you calling from?
My name is Ambrose.
Ambrose, go ahead, please.
Maryann, you said can't we rescue ourselves? Maryann, when it comes to health facilities, they go abroad. When they want to go for vacation, they go abroad. So let them also invite the people to come and rescue us now, Maryann. Because a brigadier general, for that matter, is getting closer to them. Maryann, these people, why did we elect them? What exactly are they doing there? Maryann, we keep talking, and they keep embezzling. In fact, if they embezzle 2 billion this year, next year it will be 4 billion. Who will bail us out? Good afternoon.
Thank you very much, Ambrose, for calling. That I think that's the question for the year. Who's going to bail the cat? You know, Robert Chikwi is calling us from Alimosho.
Hi, Maryann. How are you doing?
I'm fine, thank you.
Okay, well, first of all, you got that name correct. Ugunabampa.
Ugunabampa. I got it.
Yeah, honest. Yeah, I got it correct.
Lovely.
Good. So, let me say right now what we are getting. I want to talk about Anambra State, because in the past, what is obtainable is not what is obtainable now. I think security has improved in Anambra State. Everybody who is Anambrarians can bear witness of this. The governor there is working. Soludo is working. Yes, if you travel this year, like 2021, people are not coming home. because of insecurity. But nowadays, people, like last year, people came back a lot from diaspora, from all walks of life. So the security have improved in Anambra State, no doubt about it. But done that, you will not be hearing minor cases like this one that happened now, lawmaker that died.
You have 5 seconds. 5 seconds.
It's unfortunate, but at times it's their commitment with their fellow politicians, and but not that Anambra State have improved in security. That's what I want to say.
Thank you very much for calling. How many more people have to be killed or kidnapped because for Anambra, this is not the first time. Do you remember how many times they tried to kill, is it Ifeanyi Ubah, one of those people? Do you remember? Hello, welcome to Hard Facts.
Hello?
Yes, good afternoon. What's your name? Where are you calling from?
Good afternoon, Maryann. My name is Peter Usipo. I'm calling from Abaranja in Ikosun.
Go ahead, Peter.
Thank you very much. I believe that the killing of the Honorable in Anambra State was politically motivated. It is very unfortunate. If I may so rest in perfect peace. But I will implore Charles Soludo of Anambra State to make sure that the security in Anambra is well strengthened. As for Kogi State, what I would say is that they just play. Because what I'm saying that is that Yaya Bello was seriously.
He has to be better than his predecessor. What are you talking about?
He was even by not only by his predecessor, but successor, but by his own people. The youth of Kogi State were jubilating and were happy, and were not initially happy when Yaya Bello was summoned by EFCC. You can see the drama.
So it means that the people, some of them are aiding and abetting it, yeah?
Yes, but be that as it may, I think the present governor will even do worse than Yaya Bello if things continue this way.
All right, thank you for calling. Is it just the play? In case you're just joining us, the program's Hard Facts, 99.3 Nigeria Info. I'm Maryann Okon, and we're looking at the big 3 stories for today. 2 very sad ones, because the one that really hurts the most is, of course, a former, well, he was a lawmaker when he was alive. In Anambra State. He was abducted a few days ago, and now he was found dead. And this is not the first time. Also, former NYSC DG abducted in his home in Katsina. Yeah. And of course, Usman Ododo has gotten the State House of Assembly in Kogi to earmark another 3 billion naira for him to refurbish Government House, the same one he refurbished last year with 2.36 billion. And he got an extra 15 million for furnitures that he still bought last year. He wants to buy the same again this year. Who's checking? Who's looking? Kogi people, over to you. The IFG has helped you to get information. In fact, it's your turn to act. 0201 277 0201 465 7190. That's 0201 465 7190. Okay, the mic's having the Agbanje session as usual. But let's go on to read some messages. Adewale here on YouTube Live says, insecurities in the southeast, northeast, northwest and others are man-made. The governors who are chief security officers of the states are not doing anything to stop it because many of them are really fine. Until it begins to hit close to home, Abby. Adekunle Adofin, thank you very much for the compliment. I appreciate it. Let me go to WhatsApp and read some of the messages that are coming in quickly, and then I'll come back to the phone lines. I've still got time. Don't worry. This one's from... you didn't give me a name anyway. Adele says... Adewale from Shagamu. Okay, thank you. Sincerely, you can't expect anything less from Ododo, the current Kogi governor, going by his action during the time his boss was engaged with the EFCC. Kogi people should expect worse from Ododo because Yaya Bello made their governor or made him to be their governor. Okay. John Abafi here says, as an indigene of Kogi State, I'm not surprised to hear this type of gross financial recklessness. This is the same governor who counted attending members as part of 100 days. He counted what? Attending meetings as part of 100-day achievement in office. Yaya Bello did worse than this. This is a state where poverty and suffering is prevalent. And you guys are doing nothing? Go and ask, what's his name, Ayade, about me.